Good morning, YouTubers. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's adventure. As has become my habit, we'll start off today's video with today's Bible verse. Today's verse is from Matthew 18, verses 21 through 22. And Peter came up to him and said, "Lord, how many times shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Up to 7 times? And Jesus answered and said to him, I do not say to you up to 7 times, but up to 70 times 7. This verse speaks to the attitude that we should have, that since we've been forgiven of so much of our own sin by God, that we should forgive those who do wrong to us also. All right, well, today we're headed north on President George W. Bush Tollway. This is a little bit different type of adventure today. This is more of a technological adventure. I'm headed off to Cruiseman's garage. Cruiseman lives in the northern parts of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, about 40 miles from my home. And today I'm going to visit Cruiseman, and he's going to help me put on the BT-Moto ECU Flash on my bike. I don't know how familiar you are with this. It's something that BT-Moto came out with not too long ago for the Honda. They've been involved in ECU flashes for many different other types of vehicles, including cars and motorcycles, for a number of years. This is an electronic change to the ECU, or electronic control unit, the computer that controls the motorcycle's ignition, timing, all kinds of things. You can go to BT-Moto.com to read all about it. The Flash is supposed to have many advantages. It's supposed to smooth out both tour and sport mode, provide more power to the motorcycle, change ignition and throttle controls, make it smoother, give you about an extra 10 horsepower, takes off the speed limitation at 108 miles is how Honda currently has it set, and allows the motorcycle to get up to around its top speed of the motor at around 125 miles an hour. I don't know if I'll ever ride this motorcycle that fast, but I still think that the Flash has some advantages that I think it's worthwhile. It also increases the rev limiter by about 400 RPM and provides a broader power range. About 2 days ago, Max from Traxxion Dynamics put up a video about this, and he is actually offering to sell this unit through his Traxxion Dynamics site as well, and offers to install it for people. If Max endorses it, that's a big plus for me also. Installing this is actually a 2-step process. I will most likely break this video down into 3 different parts. First part will be today's activities. I'm taking my bike out to Cruiseman's garage. We'll be using the BT-Moto handheld unit to read the current data off of the ECU, and then we will have to transmit that to BT-Moto. After a few days, they will analyze the data, build my new file for the ECU, and transmit that back to me. And then the second step, we will have to install that onto my ECU using their handheld unit. That will be the second part of this video, and then the third part, I'll take it out for a ride after we've installed the Flash and give you my impressions of what I think about it. Do any of you guys have this installed on your bike? If so, what do you think about it? If you haven't, have you heard about this? If so, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. I'll put a link to BT-Moto. I'll put a link to Max's video. And of course, I'll put a link to Cruiseman's garage for you in the description below. Check all those out. Alright, the rest of the ride is mostly going to be freeway driving like this. Fairly boring. I won't bore you with that. I'll cut out now and be back with you when I get to Cruiseman's garage. See you in just a little bit.
So this is the BT-Moto Flasher that we're getting ready to hook up to Tom's bike. And it comes with a really long cable, which is nice. This end plugs into, looks like an old SCSI cable, plugs into the unit itself. And the other end will plug into the OBD port. And then, I'm not sure about this. We think this might hook up to the positive terminal of the battery, maybe to power the unit. I don't see any way to open this up to replace batteries. So apparently it's powered from the bike. Okay, so quick update. We have been unable to get the Flasher to read Tom's ECU. We go through all the steps. We've done it 4 times, and we get this warning: wrong selection of brand, model, type, or unknown ECU. Even though he did select GL1800 2018 to 2023. There's also a peculiar issue with the OBD port in that if it's plugged in like it is right now, the bike will not turn on. You can turn on the ignition, it will not turn on until we unplug the OBD port. And in one case, we had to actually loosen the negative cable of the battery, and then that must reset something in the ECU that allows the bike to turn on. So we've done that at least 3 times, maybe 4 times now. And Tom? Sorry.
That's okay.